Hello everyone. There is a lot of confusion in the students regarding the sixth subject. So I thought I'll make a small video on that too. We know that most of the students are studying five subjects. Up to class 10, at least 9, 10 students have majorly five subjects. That is the two languages, English. And if you're looking at the northern belt, it will be Hindi. If you go to south, it will be some other language or even Punjabi, Bengali, depending on which state you are. Then you have science, SST and maths. So ideally about 99% of the students are opting for these five subjects, maths, SST, science and your two languages, English and the local language of the state. Now also some schools introduce foreign languages like French, German, Spanish instead of the second language. So as of now schools are continuing, although we expect a change by 2021, saying that there should be only Indian languages when we consider the two language formula. Although English is an international language, so it is accepted, but Hindi was not accepted in the south, and obviously the southern languages cannot be taught in north because the mother tongue is different for different states. So these were the five subjects. I don't think there's any confusion regarding that. So whatever the school is offering is fine. Now, at the 9th-10th level, very few schools are giving this option of taking a sixth subject. Ideally, the student doesn't require it, but some students do require. If you find that maths is too tough for you and you are not able to clear it, although one very good thing that has happened in mathematics is that now there are two levels of maths. For those who don't know, there is a basic maths and there's a standard maths. The codes for the two are different. So basic maths is an easier level of mathematics which most students should be able to do it, and most of the questions are NCERT based. Of course they change the numbers, but if you are preparing your NCERT well, I think you should be able to get through. And the second is your standard maths, where some application based questions are also asked. So CBSE has given this provision of basic and standard, but in spite of that some students still find mathematics difficult. So the school can opt for a sixth subject. Every school does not give this provision in the 10th level. At the moment CBSE is also giving exemption in mathematics to only those students with special needs, dyslexics, slow learners, etc. You have to belong to a certain category to get this exemption. Otherwise normally you have to do either basic maths or standard maths. But some schools have applied for a sixth subject and children are benefiting a lot from that. And your sixth subject could be physical education, your informatics, or there are various combination skill subjects which are offered at the 10th level. So your school may opt for one of those and you can take that. And the advantage of taking a sixth subject for these students who find mathematics difficult is that your sixth subject becomes your savior, because you have to ideally pass in five subjects. So even if you fail in maths, your sixth subject becomes your savior. And if you pass that maths, well and good, then otherwise your sixth subject saves you. At the class 11-12 stage, majority of the schools are offering sixth subject, unlike class 9-10, where very few schools are opting for the sixth subject. In class 11 and 12, whether it is humanities or commerce or science, the majority of the schools have a sixth subject. Now why do you require a sixth subject in class 11-12? Of course it's your option, but what does it do? It basically saves you from again failure in one of the subjects. It's just acting as a buffer. It also supplements certain students. For example, if you are interested in preparing for medical, right, and you want to give more emphasis on biology, right, so you have to opt for English is compulsory, right, you have to take physics and you have to take chemistry, but you feel that maths may not be required for you for the medical entrance. So what you can do is you may take maths and along with that take physical education, because some people want to keep that option open, that when I clear class 12 I should be able to give medical as well as engineering entrance. So if you want engineering as an option, so maths has to be there, so you cannot drop maths, right? So they keep maths and they take also physical. So if you pass in maths, well and good, you are eligible for your engineering entrance exams. If you don't clear your maths, no problem, there is a physical education or any other informatic practices or any other philosophy. There are n number of combinations which your schools may offer. So you take that and you carry on with your course. So do I need to take a sixth subject or not? That's entirely up to you. And is it good or is it bad? The good point, of course, when you take your best of 5, your aggregate will increase. Suppose you are weak in one subject, let's say physics or maths or chemistry, your sixth subject boosts up your performance and increases your percentage. And what is the disadvantage? Of course, when you take an additional subject, you need to study. It's not so easy that you neglect it throughout the year and marks will come. No. So you need to prepare for it. So you need to give some time. So many students leave out their sixth subject. If they are confident of their 5 subjects, then don't take sixth subject. But even if there is an iota of doubt in your mind that you have a problem in certain subjects, then please do take a sixth subject, so that you can clear your class 12 and you can go to your colleges with your best of 5 or best of 4, depending on which university you are applying to. So please see the university you are applying to, what is the criteria. Is it best of 4? If you're going for science courses, they will take only PCM. And if you're going for entrances, of course, you just require a certain percentage, 60% or so, or some are going 50%. So depending on the state and the university, those criteria will change, right? So can I be absent if I take a sixth subject? No, because if you are absent, then what happens is that only 5 subjects will be recorded there, and in your certificate it will be absent. Can you fail in your sixth subject? You can appear for it and say that it's my sixth subject, so I don't care. Again, your sixth subject is also going to be recorded in your certificate, so it's not a very nice thing to see a failed marks. Let's say you have not studied, you've just gone there and written the exam for the sake of it, and you've got 10 or 15 marks out of 100. So the mark sheet that is there will show there's 15 marks, and it doesn't reflect good. So what I would suggest is, it's a personal opinion, you have to think about it. 6 subjects should be taken by those students only if you feel that there is even an iota of doubt in your mind that you cannot do justice to a particular subject, then do take it. But of course, if you're taking the 6th subject, please make sure that you study for it. And majority of the students that I have seen have taken a 6th subject. Obviously, it increases your percentage and you are safe and you can clear your class 11 and 12 well. But if you are a very good student and you're already getting 80-90%, then don't worry about the 6th subject. You can be happy studying your 5 subjects and you will be getting good scores. Thank you so much. I hope I was able to clarify this doubt about whether we should take the 6th subject or not. Thank you.